As we move to the fifth, it's the top of the lineup for the Bulldogs and Mason Davis. 0 for 2 today against Kyle Webb, who had thrown 107 pitches in the tournament prior to this start. And now 62 here today. He gave up a couple of doubles with one out in the first and was scratched for the only run he's allowed in the first. And since then, the Bulldogs have not advanced a runner past second base. Davis lifts one out for Casey Jones, who comes in to make the catch. 3 pitches, 1 out. Very helpful for Kyle Webb.
Yeah, he just continues to keep the hitters of the Citadel off balance with his off-speed pitches. This time just a little, maybe a two-seam fastball ran away from Mason Davis. And he just hits it weakly. That's what he gets. He gets ground balls and weak flyouts because people are, guys are trying to do a little too much and they pull off the pitch and hit weak fly balls and ground balls.
It's interesting you say try and do too much as Houston Armstrong bats. That's exactly the opposite of what Kyle Webb has done today. He hasn't tried to do too much. He has just gone out there, battled, been around the zone, has made the Citadel beat him, which they haven't been able to do. This is going to be a start Webb will remember for a long time.
Yeah, he has no desire to strike you out. He'll take 27 ground ball pop outs this afternoon. He is just not that type of pitcher, and that's what makes him so good. He knows what he is. I mean, his ball obviously moves a ton, but he knows what he is and what he does well, and he just goes out there and pounds his hole.
Gets a get me over fastball in there to Houston Armstrong. And walks Armstrong. Just the second walk of the day.
Yeah, you want to see if the Citadel here builds off the, I mean, you got to look for anything you can. A little bit of momentum in the bottom half of the fourth just from keeping Elon off the scoreboard. Try to take that now to the plate. Here's a guy that can get you back in it in a hurry, and Joe Jackson.
Jackson had the RBI double back in the first inning, then he walked. Webb just simply worked around him in his second at-bat, and they'll get ahead of him here.
Beautiful slider, just a beautiful slider. Really can see it well from up here. Just doesn't look like it's going to be a strike and just cuts right in. A little backdoor slider to left-handed hitters.
His 0-1 to Jackson is pulled foul. Shouldn't come as a surprise, even though we're talking about a guy on short rest, pitching for the third time in the tournament. Not easy, but this is a second-team all-conference guy. Only weekend starter in the league who is undefeated in conference play this year. And here's his 0-2 to Jackson, missing outside.
You know, we've seen him in years past, and he's impressed us every time we've seen him pitch. Even as a freshman, he was thrown into the fire in the tournament against the Citadel.
Trying to retire the hardest guy to retire here in the tournament. Works back even in the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jackson's been on base 15 of 16 at-bats here in the tournament. Swings and lines one into right field. That'll fall in front of Bauer. The streak continues for Joe Jackson. And if you're the Bulldogs, that's all you want. Just get on base. You don't need to get a 5-run homer here.
You know, he falls behind, no balls, 2 strikes, and then just continues to see pitch after pitch. He's just seeing the ball so well that being behind, no balls, 2 strikes doesn't bother him. This time a pitch that runs over the middle of the plate, doesn't move quite as much. He just stays on it and rips it into right field. I mean, what he's doing is unprecedented. 16 out of 17 appearances he has reached base in this tournament. Unbelievable.
I guess if Elon wins this game, Kyle Webb will be a strong contender for player of the tournament. As Thompson pops up the first pitch he sees with 2 men on, and Alvarez, the shortstop, makes the play. If Elon wins this game, Webb, it'd be tough to not give him the most outstanding player, coming back and pitching this game and pitching as well. And I don't know if it's ever happened when a player from a team that did not win the tournament won most outstanding player. But
if it ever happened, this would be the opportunity. But give Webb credit. He comes right back against a great hitter in Bo Thompson and gets in to hit one of those lazy fly balls into shallow left for out number 2.
Griffin out in front of the first offering here from Webb.
He just doesn't get rattled. You know, Webb just, runners on first and second. All right, I'm going to come right back at you. I'm going to make you beat me. I'm going to use my stuff and let you get yourself out.
He's gotten Griffin out twice. This time Griffin goes the other way. On comes Casey Jones, who doesn't make the diving catch. That'll allow the Bulldogs to clear the bases. Joe Jackson waved around third. It becomes a 2-run double. And the Bulldogs have sliced this lead in half.
It wasn't hit hard, but it was just out of the reach of Casey Jones. It was hit and placed perfectly into left field. You know, a good pitch by Webb. You can't be upset if you're him. A pitch that ran away from Griffin, but Griffin this time stayed on it a little bit better. And the ball, we've seen it all week. You know, the ball to left field and then in foul territory left has given guys trouble, and that time Jones just out of his reach. And a 2 RBI double puts the Bulldogs back in this game.
For the Bulldogs, junior Drew DeCurligan. Mike, I want to put your coaching hat on here. 2 outs, a 5-run game. The sophomore in left makes a diving attempt. If he doesn't try that, at least 1 run doesn't score. Probably 1 scores, the other 1 doesn't.
Yeah, that's tough. I think he really thought he was going to get to that ball. I think last minute, I think he felt like initially he was going to get to it pretty easily, and then last minute he realized, oh boy, I better get on my horse here. And it was just out of the reach. That's tough. That's one of those in between. You got to, applaud the effort by Jones.
0-2 missed down and away. We'll talk with the Bulldogs head coach Fred Jordan following this half inning. Get his thoughts on what the team has to do to rally back out of what at one point was a 5-run deficit. DeCurligan sends one to the deepest part of the park here. Gomez just in front of the track puts it away. First time since the first inning the Bulldogs score. The 2-run double off the bat of Tyler Griffin cuts Elon's lead down to 3. We'll talk to the Bulldogs head coach Fred Jordan as we continue from Floor Field after this.